Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the phone for you. So guys, I've said it once and I'll say it again. These 304s are broke as a joke, man. Guys, credit card debt, student loan debt, high interest car loans, bastard kids. And guys, once they're out here being strong and independent,
I am woman, hear me roar, and numbers too big to ignore.
they get these stupid degrees. And guys, let's be honest, these 304s don't have careers, they have jobs, right? And guys, they have jobs that don't give them any health insurance, right? And then what happens is something happens and they end up in the hospital and they have medical bills and they can't pay their medical bills. They run up all these medical bills and then they expect one of us to
Here I come to save the day.
swoop in and pay off their bills. So guys, we're going to go to dumpster fire on this TikTok. Look at some of these knuckleheads whining about having medical debt. But before we do that, guys, like, subscribe, and drop a comment, guys. I have a second channel, check that out. I have a Discord, join that. There's a playlist at the end, and let's get into this.
Got a letter from collections. Apparently, I have a medical bill I haven't paid. I was under the impression I had been paying off that bill in monthly increments.
Look at that.
They said that physician billing and hospital billing are different. So I thought I had a expensive bill, thousands of dollars bill from all of it together. Turns out that it was like $2,000 for the hospital services. And then on top of it is a $1,400 bill for physician services from the same place.
Look at that.
Make that make sense. Getting a notice from collections, huge shock to me. Had no idea this was going to happen. And I don't know if I'm like stupid, if this is like known amongst people. I've never been to the hospital before. Well, in America. I've been out in the hospital out of the country. This is news to me. I have insurance. It didn't pay for a lot of this. It paid like $700. $700, you guys. I had to pay like $3,000.
Look at that.
You're fucking joking. This is like a huge slap in the face. I'm literally booking a trip tonight too. Bye-bye, money. Bye-bye. I'm not just gonna like not go on my trip anymore. Like obviously that would be the wise thing to do, would to not book a trip. What the fuck? To collections, so now there's like interest. It's only,
Look
like,
at
$5.
that.
When I lived in Bali and I went to the hospital, it was so cheap. A doctor visit is $12. The hospital in Mexico, it was $800. Like, I can manage $800. $3,000 after insurance. That's what gets me. It's after insurance. Anyways, thanks for coming to my learning lesson for myself on how this shit works in America. But I'm fucking flabbergasted. No wonder why people go into debt. This shit is insane. I got a letter.
First of all, guys, what is this chick doing that she has to go to the hospital so often? What is going on there?
You stupid woman!
Clown world, right? So, guys, she had some kind of insurance. Well, obviously, it wasn't enough, right? But, guys, this is why you take a job that has good benefits. But Lord knows, her degree is in underwater lesbian astrology, right? Come on, man. And, guys, she has 32 comments. One of them says, don't pay them. I quit paying my medical bills 10 plus years ago. Look at that. It's never gone on my credit. They sent me to collections, but they can't put it on your credit report. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Someone says, I terminated services with my current clinic and I still owe bills. Someone says, don't pay it. Collections calls my friend twice a day. And this is over the last 3 years. She just ignores them. Nothing will happen. So, guys, are you trying to tell me that a woman's got to take out some services and not pay for them?
Just like a woman.
Look at that. This girl says, I've never paid a medical bill in my life. I'm 38 and my credit score is just fine. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, they're hashtags. Hashtag debt payoff. Hashtag debt collector. Hashtag medical debt clown world. Look at this thing. This broad looks like Gollum. Yo, dude. Look at that.
One thing about me, I ain't never paying a medical bill ever in my goddamn life. I'm saying this because I'm at the ER right now, and I'm just thinking about how I'm going to get the bill and not pay it. My cat scratched me in the eye. By the way, little bitch. Who don't got free health care? Who don't? I do. I do. All the time.
Look at that, guys. So she's in the hospital because she's obviously a cat lady, a cat lady by herself. And her cat said, and scratched her in the eye. Even her cat can't stand her, right? This chick is cooked if the cat can't stand her, right? Look at that. You guys, just 388 comments. Person says, I owe over $3 million in medical bills. I have zero plans of paying ever. She says, $3 million? She says, yes, I got in a really bad car accident. Wow, look at that, guys. Man, oh man. Someone says you also won't get denied for an apartment for healthcare debt. Only credit cards, loans, or past rent debt. Next person says, I fractured my finger and they still want me to pay $2,300. I'm not paying that. All these chicks saying they are not going to pay this money back, dude. Look at that, guys. Isn't that funny, guys, that these chicks don't even work hard jobs like men and still end up in all this medical debt? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy, guys? Guys, they're hashtags. Hashtag medical debt. Hashtag hospital. Hashtag credit debt. Clown world.
I just got my hospital bill. I was in there for 3 days for a leg surgery, and I'm going to read you the itemized charge list. First, semi-private room and bed changes, $12,487.
Look at that.
Changes for drugs and IV solutions, $2,222. Medical surgical supplies, $2,918. Clinical laboratory changes, $5,314. Operating room charges, $7,749. Anesthesia services, $2,157. Physical therapy, $874. I literally had no physical therapy. I had surgery and I walked with a nurse when I got out. And I was the one who said I wanted to walk on my own. I literally held some random nurse's arm. Emergency room services, $5,615. Recovery room services, $1,948. For a total of a whopping $41,288. Free that boy.
Now, guys, here's the thing. If any of you guys were dumb enough to get with this chick, right? Guys, she would expect you to pay for that, These 304s want you guys to swoop in and pay for their credit card debt and their student loan debt and their medical bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Clown world, right, guys? Guys, don't do it. Don't do it, man. And how does she have all this and not have any insurance or a job that pays good insurance? I mean, good health care, right? What are you talking about? All these girls, I work for a nonprofit or I'm an influencer, right? Guys are saying, look, I got a blue collar job, but has good benefits, Guys are hashtags, hashtag healthcare, hashtag relatable, hashtag free healthcare, hashtag health, hashtag medical, hashtag bills, clown world.
If you don't pay your medical bills, I always thought you had to pay them as soon as they came in, or really bad things would happen and you'd get sent to collections and they'd sue you and it would screw up your credit and all this stuff. But I'm seeing contradicting information on here and other places. So does anybody know what happens? Because I have thousands of dollars.
Look at that.
In medical debt because I've been having a lot of medical issues and I've been paying the bills, and it's really hard. And like, what happens if I lose my job? Do I have to keep, like, I mean, I know that I'm still like responsible for them, but like, what happens when I can't pay them? What happens if you don't pay your medical?
Look at that, guys. She's cooked, right? And guys, I mean, guys, you know, prevention's a thing too. You know, she could probably lose a couple of lbs. You know what I'm saying? Lose a couple pounds. If your fingers look like sausage links, guys, yeah, you're probably gonna have to go to the hospital, right? And obviously, her job doesn't give her good insurance coverage, right? You know what I'm saying? Guys, our system isn't perfect, but it is what it is, right? So all of us guys know I need to get a good job that's going to give me good benefits. Absolutely insane. Look at that. All these chicks saying that they just don't pay on their medical bills. So as someone says, I got a $12,000 bill for a hospital procedure. I'm so scared. I haven't paid it. Look at that. Guys, your hashtags. Hashtag medical bills. Hashtag chronic illness. Hashtag chronic illness awareness clown world.
But what actually happens if you don't pay hospital bill? My daughter had to go by ambulance to the emergency room a couple months ago because she had a really scary seizure. It was $1,000 for the ER.
There you go.
And then she had to go back to the ER a few days ago because she fell and she wasn't like lifting her arm. She was crying. I was so nervous she broke her arm. So I took her back. She didn't break her arm, by the way. She was fine. Another $1,000, and I haven't paid that either yet. I have my own medical expenses coming up because of my back, and I might need back surgery. I'm doing physical therapy and everything. So I haven't paid those bills yet because they'll give you care even if you haven't paid. But like, when I go to the doctor, they're not gonna. I can't see my orthopedic unless I pay first. What happens if I don't pay it? I don't care about my credit. I already have a car. There's no mortgage on this house. Has anybody just not paid it? Like, is somebody gonna show up on my doorstep and like sue me? Because that's like what I'm nervous about. I don't know.
Look at that, guys. So she's just gonna steal. And guys, I'm not a big fan of of these medical corporations or whatever, but still, guys, right? If you get services rendered, you should pay for it. Now, insurance is the way to go, obviously, because a lot of guys, right, would be a lot of us can't handle having debt, right? So we'll find a way to either have the insurance to pay it off, or work and pay the debt off, or whatever, right? But they're just like, screw it, I'm just not gonna pay. Someone says, why don't you have insurance? She said, and this person says, some people can't afford insurance. And this person responds, well, then why had a baby? Why have a baby then? Yeah. Look at that, guys. Guys, your hashtags. Hashtag hospital. Hashtag hospital bill. Hashtag billing. Hashtag credit card. Hashtag credit report. Hashtag credit score. Hashtag hospital hack. All right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. Be careful out there. Don't pay their bills. And guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.